and I'm a student of Ghana Christian International High School, and I urge you all to subscribe to the WASSCE History TV. Thank you very much.
Hi there. I welcome you once again to our virtual history classes for today. Today, I want us to continue with the lesson that we learned on the meaning and concept of history. And today, I want us to look at the importance of studying history. We are still trying to introduce ourselves to the study of what? History. And so in our previous lessons or videos, we discussed the concept of history. So I know by now you are somehow good with regards to the concept. You can explain what history seeks to do and what history, of course, seeks to achieve for the human race or generation. So let's look at the importance of studying history. And that's what basically we are going to do today, the importance of studying history. So let's begin with our lesson objectives for today. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to examine the importance of studying history. The importance of studying history. Why do you study history? Why is it necessary for a country to study its history or her history? Is there any importance? People have so many, ideas that studying history, what are you going to do with it, and all of that, so many things. Why is it important to study history? And if you are one of those people who think that history is of no use in this 21st century, then I think you should rethink, because by the end of this lesson, I'm sure that you are going to be convinced that history should be made a subject for everybody. Good. So the first importance of studying African history as a subject in school is that African history, helps an individual to help to earn a living. All right, to learn a living, to earn a living, and that is what we term as the career aspect. So it will serve as a source of employment for people who will learn the subject at a higher level. So if you want to really gain something from history with regards to a career, then you need to study the subject to a high level, being it degree, second degree, first degree, second degree, PhD and co. And by so doing, you can become a teacher, you can become a lecturer, you can become authors. You can also work in other areas like historical sites, museums, and tourist centers. As you've seen in the image over there, you've seen the woman, of course, teaching, teaching a class and an author over there. And that is what history can afford you. Now, mind you, it's not also only these jobs that history can afford you. Let me tell you, if you want to be a good lawyer, you need history. Law deals with history. Every issue that you are going to discuss in the law is all history. So even if you want to become a good lawyer, a good attorney general, a good Supreme Court leader, you need to have the history of your country. Good, of course, journalist. If you want to be a good journalist, you need to know history, because if you are asked to go and cover an independence of corporate or a Republic Day something, or the inauguration of a president, you need history to help you report properly. So yes, history will not give you a direct job kind of, like that kind of job, but you need history as a foundation for so many jobs if you really want to excel in them. That is what I want to let you know. Again, the study of history enables, of course, citizens to become patriotic citizens to their country. So by studying history, people will come to understand that their present socio-economic and political development that they are enjoying today is as a result of some people who actually, put down their life on the line for you to enjoy what you are enjoying today. Let me give you an example. If you go to South Africa, for instance, the kind of peace and enjoyment, kind of socio-economic enjoyment that South Africa is enjoying today was actually, pushed for, or was actually fought for by some people. That today some people are enjoying, they did not fight for any of that. And so when you study history, you study about people like Mandela, of course, over here. You study people like Julius Nyerere of Tanganyika or Tanzania, of course, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, and then, of course, Nnamdi Azikiwe over here of Nigeria. You study about all these people, and then you come to know how these people really led or placed their life down, led their life for the country. And so it gives you that motivation to also do or pay your quota to the country. It gives you that motivation to also become what? To also become patriotic. Because you know how all these people really laid down their life for the country. And that is what we say history seeks to do. Good. It helps people to become what? Patriotic. Let's then continue with more of the introduction of history. Good. The study of African history also helps to acquire knowledge about African traditions, culture, norms, values, and to take pride in them, and also what? And also to present them. And also to what? To present them. Take pride in them and also to present them. You see, somebody will ask, why should I learn about African values? We should learn about African values because our values, our norms, our morals as a people have been compromised. We have been influenced so much from Europe. And so we don't know anything African. When you are telling somebody about Africa, it seems he's lost. Africans don't even know themselves either. Everything we know is about Europe. Our naming ceremony, even the names we give to our children, the kind of languages we speak to our children, for the kind of dresses we wear, for the kind of food we eat, the kind of course, music we sing, the kind of dresses everything is Europe. There is nothing African about any of us. And so it is important that we learn ourselves as a people, learn about ourselves, learn about our culture. Okay, again, history also enables students to develop critical mind and appreciate the variety of human behavior and the motives, of course, and also understand politics, economics, and society. So historians are very, very particular about politics, economics, and the social well-being of a country. History will give you that critical thinking, critical skills to analyze, to reason, to evaluate, okay, to take decisions, to solve, of course, problems, because you are always delving into the past. And as we indicated earlier on, when you delve into the past, then you come to understand your present. Then you make, of course, decisions. When you study history, you come to accept everybody. You come to accept so many opinions because you know people's past. You know where people are coming from. So you are not quick to judge as, normally people do. And these things really cause a whole lot of stuff. So it is important that we study our subject or our own selves as a people. African history enables the history student to acquire knowledge about their own country and African continent. And this, like I said, somebody can mention all the capital towns in Europe. But ask the same person, what is the capital town of a particular region, of a particular, of course, province, of even their own ministers? They don't know. We know so much about the outside world that we don't know a lot about us. And this is a problem. And this is worrying. So don't be surprised that our leaders would get money and then go to Europe to go and buy house or whatsoever there, because we don't learn about ourselves. We don't know much about ourselves, which is very, very, very sad. Okay, good. So let's then move on to the next one. Let's look at the next one. Again, the study of African history has helped in the discovery of man in far off times. It has proven, through the study of African history, if people had not studied African history, I don't think this whole fact would have come out. Through the study of African history, we are saying that it has been proven that man originated from Africa. The first man to originate in the world came from Africa. And this was discovered by Dr. and Mrs. Leakey. And even the study of African history would go on to discover more hidden facts about Africa. All right? And this will tell the whole world Africans' contribution to the world, what Africa has contributed or done to the world. Because there are so many, European historians who discredit Africa for the many achievements that Africans were able to achieve. Again, the study of history gives the individual the opportunity to relate his past with the present in a better way. So it gives you understanding. It helps you to understand your socio-economic, being, where your country has been, where your country began and where it has ended you. Why this is going on in your country and why that should change. If you look at my country, for instance, Ghana, a lot of people are agitating that the 1992 constitution, which has been the longest serving constitution in our, of course, politics, should be changed. We should make amends to them. Why? You need to go back into history to realize that that constitution came out as a result of a coup. And so there are so many clauses in that constitution that needs to be changed. Without this knowledge, you will never appreciate what people are saying. And that is a cause to worry. Good. So let's move on to the next one. And I believe, of course, that will be the last one. Studying African history has also addressed the notion and misconception that Africans has contributed insignificantly to history, and it has also helped to dispel that idea of what? White superiority. Europe has written so many things about Africa. Okay? Some of them said we had no history. Others said that we were primitive. Others said that we were culturally, of course, stagnant, and all of that. So our names, our music, our dance, our political systems, everything, our rite of passage, which did not conform to the Europeans' way of life, was branded as what? Being pagan art, arts, or pagan worshippers, or even heathens. We had nothing of our own, and that's what they always tell us. But we are saying that through the study of African history, that notion has been dispelled. It is not true that white color or white or European race is superior to an African race. It is never true. No race is superior to any other. It is just by way of trying to control. It's just for politics, just to control the other party. That is why all these fallacies were promoted out there. And Africans, unfortunately, have also accepted this whole idea, and that is really, really hurting Africans. They even came up with this thing called the hermetic, of course, curse theory, or the hermetic, of course, hypothesis, whereby in the hermetic hypothesis, according to Europeans, everything which has been achieved by the Africans should be linked to the Hamites, who, of course, were of European, African, of course, they were of European descendants. That those were the people who actually, achieved those things. They don't want to credit Africa for the various achievements that Africans have been able to add to the world. Again, the hermetic case, whereby they say that Noah, son, after he was drunk, and then he was lying there naked, his sons went to, remove the clothes, and the Ham, who was, of course, one of them was laughing, and so, of course, Noah, of course, woke up and then said that, for you laughing and blah, 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 not carrying, then this, according to them, Noah cursed. If you read the Bible, it's there. And Noah cursed Ham. Because Ham was black, and according to Noah, Ham would be, of course, descendant, of course, slaves to other people, to unknown people, to foreigners. And so they use this to even justify slavery of Africans. And all this, through the study of African history, we have come to know that all these things were actually lies. Okay, good. So these are some of the questions that can be asked for you. These are one of the questions, WASSCE 2014, 2016, and 2010. And you realize that they are all the same questions. They are all asking for the same question. However, how you answer it or you present your work will differ. Thank you very much for your time. I would remind you once again to subscribe. Have a nice day and bye.
History TV.